Welcome to Off the Chain. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Troy.
And I'm Steph. I thought we were doing this in alphabetical order, damn it.
You just proposed it. We never agreed to this.
You paused again.
Anyway, welcome to our podcast about random things that we're just going to chat about. I do want to start by saying that we got a lot of our inspiration from my brother, and me, and Dear Hank and John, so there's definitely going to be some similarities.
Definitely podcasts worth checking out.
Also, Mom, it's not necessarily going to be PG, just so you're warned. Also, Stefan's mom and Troy's mom.
Definitely my mom.
So what are we going to chat about, our trip to California?
No, we gotta start with how our days went.
Oh, right.
And I think we have to start with Troy, because Troy was the one who actually postponed the starting of this episode's recording.
Dude, my whole week, well, today was my cat's, the first litter we had from Oriana's birthday today. They're all a year old, shortly after my own birthday.
Nice. Oh yeah, happy belated birthday.
Thank you. I can now legally drink everywhere in the world.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, such a milestone.
Yeah, like I will. My sister's pregnant, and she had her ultrasound tonight, and it revealed a girl. So I shall have a little niece at the end of June.
What are you going to name her?
They're naming it Aaliyah.
Yeah, but what are you gonna name her?
What am I gonna name her?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know yet. I'm gonna have to figure out some cool names.
Yeah,
I think it's something you got to figure out on the fly. Like you'll be.
I mean,
out with
well,
her,
when it was written out, I kind of looked at it and all I could see was Aya.
yeah.
Is there? Please tell me they didn't throw a whole bunch of Y's in there.
If you take out the L, it's basically Aya. No, there's only one Y.
I don't know how I feel about.
I think
Y's
it's like
in names.
Ali.
I mean, I guess I have a Y in my name.
Yah. Aaliyah, I think, is how they're going to spell it.
So, Stefan, how was your week?
Oh, pretty fantastic. It's been pretty Japanesey over here.
In Japan.
Yep, in Japan. I guess we should mention that in case anyone actually listens to this and they don't know who we are. Yeah, I'm currently teaching English in Japan, and I got mad at a kid the other day. And so at the end of January here, we did an English test for the kids. And I guess 3 of these kids were absent during the test. So in February here, they had to take the test while I was teaching these other kids. The Japanese teacher was administering this test. And usually the Japanese teacher is very helpful in controlling the kids, because I have very little Japanese knowledge, so it's hard for me to discipline kids or to get my point across. All I can really do is
just keep yelling Shizuka.
Shizuka, is that shut up?
It's like quiet, basically.
Quiet, okay, because yeah, I don't even know that. But anyways, this one kid was being so disruptive, and I got so angry, like just so frustrated with him. Yeah, I'm not very happy with how I got angry with him. But so these little kids are speaking Japanese, and I pretty much just told this kid, like, I insulted him in English, and I was like, yeah, nobody's gonna know. So I was like,
so that's why your week was so good?
Yeah.
What did you say?
Because you chirped this Japanese kid in English?
No, because I was having trouble controlling him, and he was ruining the fun for these other kids who were trying to play a game using the vocab I had just taught them, and he kept stealing the cards, and he just wouldn't give them back, and I couldn't explain myself in English to him because he just wasn't understanding. So I was like, dude, like, nobody's liking you right now. You're just being a little shit, and everybody wants to play this game. Would you stop just stealing the cards? Yeah. And it was sucked because I was reduced to just pulling the cards back away from him because I didn't know what else to do. So that was the first.
What did you insult him with? Like, what did you say to him?
Well, I told him nobody likes you.
Oh.
And okay, yeah, I said that. I also said you're being a little shit.
Did you say he was a son of a biscuit eater? As for these alternative cuss words, field tested and mother approved.
Oh yeah, I should have used those. I didn't have those at the time though. You sent them to me afterwards, so I should have used the "I'm having none of it." I really like the "Great Googly Moogly" one. Great Googly Moogly kid.
You're really grinding my gears.
Yeah, you're rustling my jimmies.
All I can think of is rustling pajama pants.
What? Jimmies make you think of pajama pants?
Whenever you say rustling your jimmies, I think somebody of rustling pajama pants. I don't know, just like shaking up some pajama pants.
I always think of gears, but I think maybe that's because it's like similar to grinding my gears. Yeah. So Jeremy, how was your week?
Well, tapering. So I didn't swim any mornings this week. I swam Saturday morning, but at 10:30.
That's barely a morning.
Yeah, no kidding.
Coming from the guy who gets up at 2:00.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much still nighttime.
But hey, Troy and I used to swim, so we know. We've been through it.
Yeah. Like I mentioned, it was weird that I had my last morning practice, conceivably for a while anyway, and it just passed by and I didn't even know it. I think it was that morning that we did 6K, and I was like, why are we swimming so far? Other than that, I don't know. Like, had a lot of school this week, and now it's pretty much going to be cruising for the rest of the semester, which is nice. That's pretty much all I have to report.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of free time next week because I'm only working once during the week.
See, Troy,
I'm only working Wednesday.
if I don't make that cut, I'll have reading break off from swimming and school, which will be the first time in 4 years. So we can do tons of things.
All that room for
There's a lot of
activity.
activities I want to try with you.
I'm down.
So, California.
Yeah, let's do it. All right. Yeah, because that's. I
guess it's in that order. So.
And this is really what inspired the podcast to begin with. Was our trip to California, listening to Dear Hank and John and my brother and me.
I still stand by that. Any more road trips we do has to be recorded 24/7.
Let's skip the part where we're sleeping. Let's not record that part.
Which, for Troy, is a significant part of the trip.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got all those pictures of
I slept less on the California trip than I did on the Saskatchewan trip.
Yeah, that's fair. But the Saskatchewan, or the California drive was way nicer than the Saskatchewan drive because Alberta looks the same as soon as you get out of Calgary.
I mean, one of the large portions that I slept on was once we got lost.
But we
in
found
California?
In Oregon.
In Oregon, yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. We missed
well, maybe we
ended
should
up having
start
to go
from
to
the beginning
Lakeside
then.
to ask for direction.
We need to start before the beginning with the habanero.
You have to experience the dark before you can appreciate the light.
Troy, I don't need it from both of you. God damn it.
That's the greatest thing I've ever said.
God, I had the most comfortable ride down into California.
Oh, right. I forgot about that too. So this is why I'm glad we're doing this, to chronicle these things. Because it's way better than writing them out.
You forgot about the habanero?
Yeah. Well, Stefan, you might as well tell the habanero part of the story then.
Okay, yeah. So, I don't know. Do you want me to start with the bet or just start with the habanero?
I think you need to start with the bet and say that we were going to go to California, but just before California, we had some people together.
Right. Well, we had this bet where Jeremy and I were using an app called Duolingo. And it's a language learning app. It's pretty good. And for some reason, I made a bet with Jeremy that I'd be able to gold the entire tree. So each language has a tree that you would move through, each module. And as soon as you have perfected that module, it will turn a gold color. And after a certain amount of time, that gold color will disappear. And so then you have to go back and re-strengthen that skill. And it'll turn gold again. So the bet was that I would finish the Italian tree and make it all gold. So go through all the modules. And Jeremy would do the French tree and make those all gold. Now, I didn't know that Jeremy had already made the majority of his tree gold. And mine was nowhere near gold, but I was close to finishing the tree. So I was like, okay, I should have this in the bag. No big deal. I'll bet Jeremy that I can finish it before he does. And to make it interesting, Jeremy said,
I think you need to point out the fact that you already know a lot of Italian, and at the time I didn't know French.
Yeah, and that was another reason why I thought I had it in the bag.
Oh, yeah.
To be honest. But yeah, I also thought that we were at a similar point in the tree, because I was closer to finishing it than you were. but I didn't know, I wasn't aware that you had already golded pretty much everything that you had already done. And little did I know that golding it would take way longer than finishing the tree. So anyways, the bet was that if I lost, if Jeremy was able to gold the tree before me, then I would have to eat a habanero. And I freaking hate eating habaneros. I had already eaten a ghost pepper, and Jeremy had forced that down my throat. But that's another story.
Not true.
That is another story.
We will debate that when we get there.
Okay. Anyways, I had promised I would never eat anything
Definitely
spicy. So now you can imagine that how confident I was I would be able to gold this tree before Jeremy, because I thought, oh, I won't have to eat a habanero, even though that's part of the bet. And on my part, I chose something so tame now in comparison. I was like, oh, Jeremy, if I beat you, you're going to have to eat an avocado. Is it really that bad for you, avocados?
No, but I wasn't going to tell you that.
Oh my god. Yeah, so that's even more misleading. You misled me about the tree. You misled me about...
I really don't like avocados, but not as much as you obviously don't like habaneros.
Oh, well, I didn't think a habanero would be that spicy anyway. After eating a ghost pepper, after being forced to eat a ghost pepper.
Shut up. Keep telling me.
I remember when
long story
Stefan
short.
had to eat that habanero.
What?
He was really mad.
Long story short, I lost the bet, and I was putting off eating this habanero for so long. But before we were leaving to California, we were also moving out of the house, so we kind of had like a goodbye party. I don't know, what do you call those? Farewell. It was a farewell party of sorts. So we had a bunch of people over, and it was at that point that Jeremy's like, oh, now would be an excellent time to eat this habanero pepper. So he goes to the cupboard and pulls it out, or whatever it is. I don't know. It was a fresh habanero pepper too. So
I do have to say that didn't we finish this like just after Midsummer Madness? Because I remember being like really tired from swimming and like killing myself trying to finish this Duolingo, like whatever time it was at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it was a little while after that. It took me a while to get you to eat this pepper.
Yeah, I don't know why I decided it would be good to eat it right before a road trip, but I was like, yeah, this could be fine. I mean, what could go wrong? I only got a slight stomach ache from the ghost pepper. What could I possibly get from a habanero, right?
I don't think that you thought about the road trip at all, to be honest, because it didn't cross my mind.
Oh no, it crossed mine. Are you kidding me? That's all we
we
spent the entire day preparing the house. You know, how could you not have thought about? And we had to get up early to catch the ferry too.
You were getting really mad too that you had to eat it.
Well, because it was such a bogus bet.
I also know that.
No,
you made it though. You knew as much as I knew,
and
we both thought we were gonna win.
No. See, that's the only reason why I went through with my word, is because I made that bet. So obviously I have to follow through with it. But I still think that it could have been an honorable thing to do for you to just let that go, seeing as how neither of us knew how skewed that bet was to begin with. And once we found out, I think it could have been reasonable for you to say, yeah, that wasn't a fair bet. Maybe you don't have to eat this habanero after all.
It could have, but like I said, you gotta experience the darkness to appreciate the light.
You didn't even say that until we were on the road, and I had a huge stomach ache, and then I was pooping fire.
No, see, you only had to eat half the pepper or whatever, and I also ate some pepper, so I thought that made up for it too.
What? I ate the entire pepper. Cole, you ate half a pepper.
And Cole was having a really hard time eating his as
whatever.
Well, no, his face turned pretty red, and he was like, yeah, it's releasing the endorphins, man. It's like I'm having sex.
I don't think that's what he said, but okay.
No, he did say something about that, about how the spicy foods release endorphins.
He said something about the endorphins, but I don't think he analogized it to that.
Okay, well, I did.
Yeah. Whatever. Anyway, yeah.
He didn't say it, but I said it.
It was
so
not like having sex, I'll tell you that much. I was like near death, guys. And it just hurt so much. And I had ice sitting on my tongue for a while there. And then I remember just like booking it down the street in the middle of the road at like 10 o'clock at night or whatever it was.
Yeah, well, I also experienced
so and then
that
in the
too,
morning,
so.
I don't know, I felt fine in the morning until
not to the same degree, obviously, but
we were well on our way down the road in Washington State and into Oregon, and That's when I started to feel uncomfortable.
So I feel like we should now pick up the story and then bring in the pepper as it comes up. Because we stayed up really late that night. We stayed up until like 1 or 2 or something. We got up at like 4:30. So we got like 2, maybe 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I remember it being just a nap.
So we got we got to the ferry. We got on the ferry, and then I stayed in the car and slept. And what did you guys do?
Oh, we had to check it out.
Oh, we
because
went
it
on
was a
an
new ferry
adventure
ride.
around.
Oh, also,
I took a lot of pictures of the inside of the ferry for my mom because she wanted pictures of the coho.
Because Troy's mom was like, "Oh, make sure you take some pictures of the ferry for me." So Troy and I were like, "Okay, let's take pictures of the actual boat."
So I took like random pictures of like the corner of the ship, like the corner of like where 2 walls meet, like a little sprocket.
And then I remember when we got into Oregon, and we went to that gas station.
The gas station.
Yeah.
And the guys we were the people in the little convenience store too, talking about winning the lottery and healthcare and.
Oh, I know. We got every American stereotype in like an hour.
What? That was in Washington then.
Oh, Washington,
No,
right?
Oregon.
Yeah. Because I remember driving down the highway and seeing a Trump sign and being like, "Wow, this is actually real." What did you guys talk to that person at the gas station about? Because I was doing something else.
Oh, I wasn't there. I don't think.
I forget. No. It was the native guy that came up to us.
Oh.
I forget who he was talking about. He was drunk though, for sure.
And it was like 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, or whatever.
Yeah, there was like a bunch of them like off around like the side, all drinking. But yeah, he was like just telling us like a story or whatever, and be like, "Oh yeah, bud," and his hands were really dirty. I really didn't want to shake it.
Oh yeah,
But
he was super friendly, and he came up with his hand. And he was like, "Oh hey guys, how's it going?" And it did look pretty grimy, and it felt pretty grimy.
Yeah, that's. But we shook it anyways. Oh god.
Oh god.
I wanted to go wash my hands. Can't remember if I did or not.
Oh, yeah, I missed out on that part. Okay, so then after that, all I remember was getting to that grocery store.
Oh, the grocery store that was in Portland.
Was that where we got to?
I think so.
Yeah, we definitely went to Portland.
Because
And
that
then
was
went
the
to
one
grocery
where
store.
no, that was the one where I didn't know what exit to take, and I was like, "Hey guys, what exit should we take?" And before you could respond, I freaked out and took an exit.
Oh,
And then we were like,
yeah.
And then we were like in the heart of downtown Portland, and there were all these bridges everywhere. I mean, the bridges were cool, but it was like one-way bridges, and I didn't know which way to go, and I was like, "Oh shoot!"
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Like we ate outside, right? Yeah, like there's like a little patio.
Yeah,
area.
and I remember the discomfort from the pepper.
See,
That took me a while to get over.
by
I
then,
remember the
think...
cheese was melting because it was so hot outside still.
Yeah, that was definitely the peak of the pepper for me. Like I was feeling really bad for like we stayed there for quite a while. I was feeling really bad for like an hour.
Oh yeah, I remember that. You disappeared for like half an hour or something.
Yeah.
I'm so
yeah,
glad it was over for me by then.
I don't know. To be honest, the first day is really foggy for me at this point. Like all I remember doing is driving.
I remember
we went a long time that first day.
Yeah. Well, I remember the scenery, like especially driving down Oregon, and how it went from really hot and sunny, and as we approached the coast, it was like a wall of fog, and it was just suddenly foggy.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember how all of the coast looked the same. Like it was so windblown, and the beaches ran for so long.
All that was missing
Remember
was
we
the
stopped
sun.
at that one like Outlook, and like there's a bunch of other people stopped there too, but it was like so windy.
Oh yeah,
I
and then
loved how the trees were sculpted by the wind.
yeah, they were all hugging the shore, and then we tried to get down to the beach through that
Oh
one
yeah, I
path.
remember that one.
There's Troy, or there's Jeremy and I just like, "Oh, Troy, let's go down here, yeah."
Like having cars through, and like as we kept on getting like, it's like, oh, this is a path, this is fine. It keeps on going down, but as we kept going down, it kept getting denser and denser.
I know. It was like people kept giving up as they were going along.
We got like halfway down or something before it actually became impossible to go any further.
We got pretty far though. I think we added a little bit, a little more distance to that path.
Yeah. Maybe if we go back in
Probably.
like 20 more years, we'll be able to walk down. So where did we stay the first night?
Medford.
Yes, because that was the one where it was the
They had shitty Wi-Fi.
Yeah, the shitty Wi-Fi.
That's how Troy remembers it. Medford, Bakersfield, Santa Monica, Sacramento, San Francisco, Monmouth, which I think is the place we stayed with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we stayed in Medford the first night, and I remember being that was the one with the orange walls, and I like those orange walls. Okay, second day. What did we do the second day? Drive more. We drove a long ass ways the second day too. But
Was it the first or no? We got lost in the first day because we got lost in Oregon.
I don't remember getting lost. What happened?
Well, we just missed the
Well,
turn.
we were trying to get back on the highway, but it took us like an hour and a half to get back onto the highway.
'Cause we-
and it
from
only
where?
took
We
like
missed
half
the
an hour.
turn because we were driving along the coast, but we didn't want to drive along the coast the entire way, so we wanted to get back to the interstate. But we missed the turn, and we ended up in this town where you went into the bar to ask for directions.
Oh, I remember
Yeah,
that.
It was called Lakeside, which was an inside joke between me and a friend of mine that I was really surprised was another place that existed. I had to stop out and take a picture of the sign.
I remember that too, actually. I remember walking into this bar, and I walked in, and everybody looks at me all weird. Like, I had just shaved too, so I looked pretty young, and like everybody in the whole bar looks at me. And then I walk up to the bartender, and I was like, "Hey, so how do we get out of here?" And then like 4 people start telling me at exactly the same time how to get out of there, and I was like, "I gotta focus on one person."
They were all
And the
happy.
whole
One at a
I
time.
hope I
please.
remember.
They were all happy to speak to a foreigner, like, "Oh, a visitor to our town."
How's it going there, eh?
Definitely wrong country.
Yeah, it was like I got the vibe that it was like some place that they all go on the same day, like every week, kind of thing. Like they all seem to like, I don't know, it just seemed very community oriented.
Well, it seemed like a very, very small town.
Yeah.
Troy, you've gotten perspective for that now when you would go to Good Soil. Yeah, when we went to the Good Soil
Like
bar.
I saw very little of that town, but it seemed very small.
Yeah, I remember that town actually. There was a dog wandering across the parking lot randomly.
I kind of
Why was that interesting?
Remember
Cause I like the dogs.
that.
Yeah.
Jerry remembers every single dog he saw on the trip.
Oh my god.
Okay, what happened the second day? Well, Victoria to Medford, Medford to Bakersfield.
Oh, we went for a run that morning, didn't we?
Man, we're so fit, guys. Look at us go.
No, because I remember getting back into the car that day and seizing up, and then I couldn't get out.
I don't remember that.
My legs
That's
were
way funny.
My legs were pretty sore. No, I mean I could get out of the car, but it was a struggle.
Oh, that's so
I
funny.
had to use my arm strength more.
Yeah, other than the run, I don't think we really did anything second day. We kind of just drove straight to Bakersfield.
I remember studying the flashcards with you.
Oh yeah, the anatomy flashcards.
All the anatomy, yeah.
Trying to read your fucking writing.
Yeah. Plus it's Latin, so that doesn't help.
No, it's okay, but it's way better because you have some idea. Troy had no idea. I
Right?
thought it was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh
Poor
man,
Troy.
yeah. No, my handwriting has gotten better though. To be fair, so I mean, and Troy's Latin knowledge has obviously gotten better now too.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Troy, do you remember any of it?
No.
So day 3 we went from Bakersfield to Santa Monica, which wasn't too long of a drive, like an hour and 40 or something. 2 hours.
Although we did get stuck in the morning traffic.
Oh
going.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. I just sounded pretty Minnesotan. I didn't mean it to
God.
be like that.
And the whole the highways are so big. It's like 7 lanes across both sides. For like
Yeah,
14
their
lanes
highways
total.
are huge, and everybody drives so close together. And I'm like trying
Like,
to,
compared to here, where like our highways are 2 lanes,
yeah, if
7
yeah,
lanes
frick.
was insane, and it was still traffic jam.
Yeah.
I know.
You're still
Like,
sitting there.
it was hard to drive there because we had no idea where we were going, and I had to keep switching lanes. Yeah, no, we got to Santa Monica. What did we do the first day we were in Santa Monica? We got to the Airbnb place, which was super nice.
It was, although trying to find it was an issue
Yeah, it was.
because the freaking number was covered up by some leaves or whatever.
Yeah,
Like, we kept driving past it and going around in circles.
but I remember getting to that.
Ideally, turning left most of the time.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
instead of going straight. Those are our only options. I remember getting to that main drive there, and I was like, "Wow, this is so cool!" Like all the palm trees and stuff.
Yeah.
It was very
And then
much like anything from the movies.
Yeah, and it was like all those posters up of like TV shows and stuff.
Oh, and there was YouTube advertising too. Remember that?
Oh yeah, that was surreal. That was weird. I really like that place. Like, it was super, like, chic.
Yeah, chic is one way of putting it. No, but it was nice. And
That
then
popcorn that was there confused me. I wasn't sure if we were supposed to eat it or not.
or that wine that was out there.
Yeah, they looked like they were placed there, but I wasn't too sure because there wasn't a note. And then she messaged me on Airbnb or whatever and didn't say that it was for us, so I just kind of left it.
Yeah, it's okay. We don't really drink wine.
But I eat popcorn.
Oh yeah, popcorn. And after that, we headed down to the beach, and we tried to find the surfing shop, which was almost as hard to find as our place of like we were staying at.
We did go. We went surfing that day and the next day, and we found that like random lady on the beach.
Oh yeah, and she was all about the food. Like she.
Oh yeah.
Every time we got there, she was like,
super nice
"Oh, so
too.
where are you guys gonna eat now?"
She was so tan too. Holy man.
Oh yeah, she was very, very tan.
Yeah, that just made us look even more Canadian and pasty white. Oh, I guess at this point we should mention how Jeremy burns too.
Oh no, we'll get to that later because that happens later.
I'm pretty sure
but
it happened already.
We should mention that Troy's half Asian and he's automatically more tan than both you and I. And
Yeah.
then I'm definitely the whitest of us all.
And yet you and Troy were the ones who burned the worst.
But that's because Troy's resiliency in not wearing sunscreen.
Yeah, Troy,
Yeah, to be fair, I didn't really wear sunscreen.
you're pretty stubborn. I don't even know why you didn't want to wear sunscreen.
Not a big fan of putting things on my skin.
We'll add that as our next prank. We'll put stuff on his skin.
I'll just be at his bed at like 6 a.m, rubbing stuff on him.
What? I mean,
Uh.
we could like dump something on him instead of having to rub it on him.
Okay, well I guess if that's how you want to do it, we could do it that way too.
I mean, if
Whatever,
if
sure.
you want to be sensually rubbing something on him at 6 a.m,
I didn't say anything. I can like in a very like non-sensual, platonic, masculine way rub things on Troy.
What? As you're waking him up at 6 a.m?
No, the plan is that he doesn't wake up,
What?
and then he wakes
That's-
up later when I'm not there,
that's
and then he's
even
like, "Oh shit,
creepier.
I'm slimy," and then he was like,
That
"Woo, woo, woo,
sounds
woo."
like the weirdest thing.
I don't know if I would wake up and think, "Oh, I'm slimy." Like especially if you rubbed it into my
Oh,
skin.
there goes my alarm. Oh shit, I'm slimy.
Shucks darn.
Dang. I'll know
Guys.
now if I ever wake up slimy, I'm immediately blaming Jeremy.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, I think now's a good time for questions from Yahoo, our #1 fan of the pod.
Oh yeah. What is Yahoo running into us?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know how I mentioned the thing about the dogs? So I looked through Yahoo questions related to dogs, and a lot of them are like, something's wrong with my dog, what do I do? But that's not really any fun. So I went with cute puppy names. Now, Troy, what would you name your puppy? Also, what breed of puppy would you get?
Either a Shiba
Of course you
Of
would.
course.
or a Husky.
What would you name them?
It's got to be a cute name though, right?
To be honest, I would argue it's hard to make a name that's not cute for a puppy. And so we're getting a girl corgi puppy in a few weeks, and I need good name suggestions. I don't like names that are like Cookie, Oreo, Max, Spot.
Wait,
etc.
why are you naming your dog after a food item? Not even that, but like a brand of food.
I don't know. People seem to do that. Some of the suggestions we have, in case you guys are looking for inspiration, are meme,
Meme? Like M-E-M-E?
M-E-M-E.
Like Mimi.
Jesus.
Who's?
Yes, like Mimi.
Why is that? Why is that even cute?
That's
It's not
not
cute.
cute.
I know, it's not cute. The others are all actually legit answers. But well, okay, what would you name a cute girl puppy then? I don't really have an excellent answer for this.
It takes me forever to think of a name for something.
Yeah,
It takes
especially
me forever to figure out things in general.
Yeah, you're pretty indecisive, Troy. That's why I was like, if I have to go somewhere with you and Tyler, it would be the most indecisive thing ever. I would be doing everything. But I do know that I like French names that start with an A. Yeah, like Adelaide, that's nice. Adele, nah, not really. Adeline,
Joan of Arc. Dude, that story is pretty crazy.
On.
You should look that up. It's
same with Frederick Douglass. He's also got a crazy story. Okay, you guys need to think of a cute
Jeez.
puppy name.
I don't
Okay,
know.
well, wait.
Anna.
Anna. It kind of reminds me of Anna. Princess
I mean,
Anna.
tomato.
Ariel,
Hey, yeah, maybe like a Disney character would be a pretty cute name.
like Belle.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. That's where like I got Anna from. It was like Anastasia, but Anastasia's too long.
Also,
My
not a
opinion.
Disney character, but
But close enough.
close enough. Okay, well, first of all,
I mean-
I want a sort of medium-sized dog. Definitely something with a poodle in it, like a golden retriever poodle or a labradoodle. They just look so soft and they're so curly.
I agree.
Ah,
A golden doodle is exactly what I want. 'Cause
yes.
the two people I work with in my lab both have golden doodles, and one of the professors has a golden doodle too, and I'm jealous.
That sounds so weird. Golden
Aurora,
doodle.
that's a pretty sweet. Pretty
Aurora's
sweet name.
cool. I like that.
Is that a cute name or just a cool name? Because that's pretty cool, I think. Okay, so for a cute name, I don't know. What could I name my dog? I could name it Curly. Because it would have curly hair. Is that a cute name?
Esmeralda, and then you could call her Ezzy.
That's
I
actually...
like that actually.
Yeah, I think that was the cute one. There we go, we've answered the question.
Ezzy.
Got
Bing.
it. Got him.
Okay, Troy, what's your question?
All right. My question.
Well, the fans' question.
Well, Tim on Yahoo asks,
There we go.
what happens to an 18-hour bra after 18 hours? So I just bought an 18-hour bra,
What?
and I was about to put it on. I started to think, why is it called an 18-hour bra? Does it like break in 18 hours or what? Mind you, he spelled a ton of things wrong.
I think that's the theme of.
I also want to know why
questions.
Tim is buying an 18-hour bra.
Yeah, actually, well, see, this sounds like Tim's definitely buying it for somebody else because he obviously has no idea what he's doing.
No, but he said he was about to put it on
Wait, what?
in his question. He said, I bought an 18-hour bra, and when I was about to put it on, I started to think, why is it called an 18-hour bra?
That is an excellent question. And speaking of which,
I don't even know what an 18-hour bra is, actually.
I don't know, but I'm not going to Google it, and I'm going to try and decipher this. But I do want to say that Amazon accidentally sent me a package a little while ago of like some like bra extensor things like that you put on the back of the straps to like give you a little bit more room.
Just the extensors. Oh, that's perfect. It's perfect for all your little bras.
Um,
Apparently you're getting bigger now, though, eh? If you need extenders.
well, apparently Amazon thinks so. Okay, 18 hours.
Yeah, an 18-hour bra, what happens after 18 hours?
It
You
dissolves.
take it off.
No,
It
see,
dissolves.
yeah, because you sweat
It's
after
edible,
18
so
hours.
it obviously dissolves
It's
after that long.
edible, an edible bra. Expires after 18 hours once out of package.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, it gets too warm for that long and then just disintegrates. So around like hour 14, you have to be careful.
No, you know what? It probably is a disposable bra that's only meant to be worn once and then thrown out.
Maybe it's like super ultra lightweight for like athletes or something.
No, that's way too logical.
I don't know how
It
18
disappears.
hours is significant in bra wearing at all.
Because that's about 1 day worth, right?
That's a long ass day, man.
Well, you
if I get
gotta-
up at like
Okay, but obviously you're not gonna wear it all the way to the end. You don't want it to be falling off of you like as you're going home at the end of the day or something, you know?
It's like, oh shit, I'm
I
on the
don't
last few
think
minutes
that's-
of my bra.
yeah. Like Cinderella.
Yeah,
Oh,
I gotta
shit.
get home before the clock strikes 8.
I don't understand how like structural integrity would be affected in a bra so it would need to be last 18 hours or be related to 18 hours at all.
It strictly lasts 18 hours.
You know what? Our listeners, if you know the answer, you can email us at what is our email? offthechainpod@gmail.com and tell us what an 18-hour bra is actually for.
Yeah.
Or if it even exists. It might not even exist.
Okay, so I have a question. This comes from Chuckles. Is the evolution real or fake?
The evolution of what?
It just says the evolution, capital E on evolution, and I'm assuming that this
The
is
evolution.
yes. I'm.
I'm gonna say yes.
Well,
Is it real
this
or
an
fake?
evolution
Yes.
of like
What?
ideas or an evolution of your personal development?
Okay, so they did a little blurb to explain their question here. They say, I never did science as I would bunk the class because it was too boring. So I'm pretty sure they're talking about the evolution of life.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, have you seen the fossil records?
It's the evolution. Well, I mean, no, I haven't, but I believe it's there because many scientists refer to it.
It's pretty well established at this point. Like we can even see it happen. Like
Yep.
that typical story they tell you in first year bio about the birds with the different sized beaks on different islands or whatever.
Yeah, the Galapagos
And then
Islands, right?
Yeah,
And
and I think there was a part where they split up the birds and watched them evolve.
yeah, and we already have resistant bacteria, or like the antibiotics resistant bacteria. So if you don't believe in that, I guess you could die from infection. Like
That's
really,
a good point, so.
and then you can further the evolution of humans by dying out.
I mean, I guess it is a theory, but you can never really prove anything. You can only disprove it, and so far it's not disproven. So, I would say a lot of people concurring on that is more than I could offer. A lot of more intelligent people than myself concurring on that is more than I can offer.
Yeah, it still baffles me how evolution is a topic of debate.
Or the global warming too.
To all of you who out there who don't believe in evolution or climate change, please send us an email at offthechainpod@gmail.com. Yeah, okay. Yeah, global warming is real, but human cause, like, it's correlated with human activity. So it doesn't necessarily prove causation, but the correlation is so strong that it seems reasonable to take action. So I guess we should continue with our story, eh? So we were in Santa Monica. We went surfing that first day. Then we went surfing the second day, which I thought was cooler because those dolphins showed up.
Oh yeah.
See, I preferred first day. Second day, there was that huge patch of seaweed.
Oh yeah,
right
that
in,
is
like the drop off zone. That completely killed the mood for me.
Hey, that's true. The seaweed got worse as we went on. We totally could have moved somewhere else though.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
felt like every time we moved, it followed us.
But we moved only a handful of meters over. Like if we had walked 50 meters down the beach, I think we would have been okay.
Well, no, but
I preferred the first day of surfing.
we also
First day of
weren't
surfing
allowed
was
to
more
go
fun.
that far down the beach, though. Remember the lifeguard was whistling at us and motioning us to go back?
Yeah, there's designated spots.
Yeah.
Second day.
I like how we thought we were gonna surf the whole day, but 2 hours was lots.
Yeah, it got pretty tiring. Well, 2 hours was the perfect price, too. And I remember getting the wetsuits the first day. And then we were in the water and it was so warm. I remember deciding the next day not to wear a wetsuit. And man, did the chafing hurt. My nipples were so raw.
My nipples were very raw.
Yeah, and now I understand why you need a rash guard.
Or a t-shirt, even if we had a t-shirt on.
Yeah. Like I remember reading about that. About needing
we looked good on our surfboards, guys. We looked good.
Yeah, that's true.
Only
maybe
when
not
we were sitting there.
Maybe not when we were sitting there because we couldn't even stay straight on the board when we were sitting there.
God, yeah, I had the hardest time balancing.
I would say
just sitting
okay.
there.
I would say
every
we looked.
few seconds, Jeremy would look over and I'm tipping over.
Yeah, every time Jeremy would look, Troy would fall.
That was so funny. I would say we looked better sitting there than we did actually trying to surf, though. And we looked even better yet when we were walking on the beach with our surfboards.
Yeah, with our red chest, raw nipples sticking out.
And that says a lot about how good we were at surfing. I literally stood up twice in 2 days, and both of them were on the second day.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Maybe 3 times, but it was very, very few times I actually stood up. I had the problem of, you guys had the same problem, where you get on the wave and your nose would go down and you just flip right over.
Yep.
The waves were too big, I think. Those are big-ass waves to try surfing on.
I think I was too... every time I put my weight in the back, I wouldn't catch the wave.
Yeah, you just go, it would jump right under you.
Yeah, and so I'll try and move up a bit, but then all of a sudden it's too much weight in the front, so my nose just dips down and I flip over.
And then you get all the seawater up your nose. Ugh.
Yeah, and then by the time you manage to control yourself and not be pushed by the wave, you stand up and you're just in the middle of the seaweed patch.
Yeah, we were getting knocked around a lot, and it was sometimes pretty hard to get out there.
Yeah, and then some of the waves were so giant too.
I mean, we say giant,
Holy.
but like when I was looking up online, they actually recommended this beach as a beginner's beach.
Tofino seems like beginner waves to me, and they don't really have a curl to them.
Yeah, those are the kind of waves that I did in Hawaii.
I mean, these waves definitely had a curl. Like being there in the water and having the wave like right in your face.
Wait, what else do we do after the surfing?
Oh, okay, we need to mention that that hipster place that the surfing lady, is that what we're gonna call her? Surfing lady, who's always asking
Sure.
us where we're gonna eat, and then she mentions
Let's call her Anne. I think
Anne.
we should call her Anne.
the cute puppy name.
Anne Esmeralda.
Ezzy. Yeah,
Ezzy.
Ezzy. Okay.
All right, so yeah, I remember Ezzy telling us about that hipster place to go eat. Did we ask her?
Oh, the
specifically?
bricks and mortar.
Yeah, that's
Bricks
the
and
one.
mortar. You got your freaking chicken and waffles.
Yes, I wrote
Yeah.
I wrote that down because I wanted.
I
to
knew you would.
talk about
God,
that.
it's the weird. I've never heard of it. Like apparently, when I told my mom about it, she was like, "Yeah, it's like a signature dish down
So
in the states
In
or
southern
down
southern
Yeah.
states.
I
Yeah.
knew that it was a dish in
But
the States.
I never knew about it. I was like, this is the weirdest fucking combination.
I know, and I got something really lame, and I was bummed that I did later.
Oh.
I forget what I got, but I wasn't as happy with it. And I also remember their menus were just lists of ingredients rather
Oh,
than like
yeah.
Oh yeah, so there wasn't even
rather
anything.
than like a name of something.
Well, except for mine.
Like not as like oh bacon burger whatever. It's like just a list of ingredients: bun, bacon, meat patty, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it slightly annoyed me. And
I
asked
know,
the
you even
waitress, and
addressed
she-
it to the waitress. You're like, why are there
Yeah, and
names
she
on this?
didn't really. I don't think she understood.
I don't, yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like it just makes ordering weird. It's like, yeah, can I get this list?
Can
of
I get the bun with
ingredients?
cheese and ham and...
But anyways, to these chicken waffles, like, oh, so good. The waffles were so warm and just crispy on the outside, and it was such an awesome mixture of the sweetness of the syrup with the greasiness of the chicken, the fried chicken.
Later in the trip, when I got chicken and waffles at, like, Humpty's or wherever we went, where did we go?
Denny's?
Like, IHOP.
IHOP.
Oh,
It wasn't very
worse.
good. And I was really bummed that I missed out on that chicken and waffles.
Well,
from
no,
that
but you
instant
had a
place.
piece, though, right? I shared with you guys.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
And I was, that's what the standard I held it up to.
But then there was also the we went to that sick movie theater too.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
next
That's
on my
like out-
picture
that-
list
that-
here.
The outdoor mall.
Yeah,
That
the
was really cool.
really
That was
fancy one.
really cool, especially when the security guard told me I couldn't take pictures.
Why?
It was expensive, but it was worth the one go. Like, and we saw Kubo and the Two Strains, which was really good. You know what I was kind of bummed about is that at Santa Monica Beach, how 1 Million Dance Studio was there, and we weren't there when they were there.
Oh yeah, poor Jeremy missed out on
Yeah.
seeing Mina
I
Myung.
did. And then we tried out that like gym equipment outside at Muscle. Oh no, it's not Muscle Beach. What's it called? That's
Venice Beach.
Venice Beach. Oh yeah, that's at Venice Beach. But there was like that gym equipment at Santa Monica Beach,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
it was also slippery, and I couldn't do the rings.
those
Oh yeah,
rings
those
were
crazy
fun.
guys that were just doing the rings.
Yeah,
Well,
that was
just sleeping all over the place.
the pier was really cool too.
Oh, we had the churros.
We did have the churros.
Yeah, finally. I mean, it was just like a donut, really, but
It was good though.
in a stick form. The
There
Oreo.
was that one guy doing that magic show.
Oh yeah, that was good.
That was good
It
too.
was pretty funny. But then I got the Oreo churro, which was actually very disappointing because
Because
No,
it was
no,
so
no, no.
cold though, wasn't it?
That was in San Fran.
yeah, that was in San Francisco. But
on Pier
still, it
39.
was worse than a churro and definitely worse than an Oreo. It did not.
I think it was just because
Fine,
yours
well.
was stale and old.
Yeah, I think if you would have had a fresh one, it might have changed your experience.
Oh, don't tell me that, guys. Now I'm gonna have to go find another one.
So yeah, Knott's Berry Farm.
Oh, Knott's
Told you
Berry.
It's quite good.
Oh, and then we met that the funnel
What
cake
was-
girl.
Funnel cake girl, yeah.
Oh, we went to Venice Beach before the funnel cake girl because I'm wearing this hat. So I guess that night.
Venice was also really sketchy, actually.
Yeah, okay. Well, we needed to tell that story. Like we wanted to check it out because we wanted to go to Muscle Beach. We got there at like what? It was only like 6 o'clock.
Well, but the sun had already set, right?
Yeah, it was getting dark. It went from like jolly family scene that it's portrayed as to like this like thug hardcore environment really fast.
Yep. Well, as soon as they closed their shops, like all those garage doors that they pull down across the garage or across the store had graffiti all over them, so it immediately turned the walkway into this graffiti-filled hallway.
Yeah, and well, some of those shops were still open.
You know, we were probably viewed as sketchy, except for the fact that you had that hat on.
But I got that
Yeah,
hat
except
there.
for the fact that Jeremy's a lanky white guy.
Yeah. And, oh no, by that point you were definitely red.
Okay, yeah,
A
okay,
lanky
'cause
red guy.
I burned my scalp because
Yeah.
I got my hair cut the way before we left, which is a mistake.
Yeah, and that's why you had to get the hat.
Oh, yeah.
So I
Your
had to
burned scalp.
I had to get the hat, but it served two purposes because I was gonna get my dad a hat anyway. Yeah, Venice Beach was really sketchy. Like we had to we walked around certain areas, but we did get to see the Muscle Beach, but nobody was working out. Okay, yeah. So then the next day, I guess we went to Knott's Berry. We tried the roller coasters. Remember when you were scared, Stefan?
Oh, okay. I love roller coasters. They're so exciting, but I always have to work myself up like into the thrill of it, I guess. I don't know.
Well, because we went on that like pyramid one right at the beginning.
Oh yeah, but that one I wanted to go on that one because that one seemed tame compared to the one that you guys wanted to go on, which was called the Silver Bullet and had no floor on it.
Oh,
where you
yeah.
just sit in the chair?
Yeah, the one where
Yeah.
it suspends you in the air.
You know, I loved was Stefan screaming his mind out when we were
No,
on
no,
the
no, no,
Silver
no, no,
Bullet.
no. See, I would have screamed my mind out if we had gone on the Silver Bullet first, but we went on the Pyramid one first, right? So I was able to get myself in the zone.
I can't imagine you being any
Ooh,
more
you know
scared.
which one I liked? The Accelerator, the one where Jeremy blacked out.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I was gonna talk about that. Like the one that just you like one
It just
point
shoots
you
you
go
straight up and down.
Yeah, well, and then it does some other like random ass stuff. Just like
Random
give
ass
a rat, I
stuff.
think. But
No, yeah, because it was like it had the lights, right? It went red, yellow, yellow, green, and then it just went shoom.
Like, it's so fast, right from the start.
Yeah.
No build up.
yeah, I did start to black out on that one. It was weird.
Steph and I did it a second time, I think, when you went to go back to the car and get sunscreen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did. And that was also when, Troy, your shoulders were starting to really hurt from rubbing on your shirt
Yeah.
from the sunburn.
To be honest, Stefan, I was quite scared that first the Silver Bullet too.
Yeah, but you.
But I enjoyed your fear more than I was scared.
Ooh, you know which was a really good roller coaster, actually? It's the wooden one.
Yeah.
That was
That
that
was
was
a good one.
surprisingly fun. Because that one was more smaller movements and I
But
don't
it
know.
was fast.
Yeah, but
though.
each movement was a rush.
Oh, I could tell it was a rush for you, Stefan.
Actually, you know the worst one, though? The fucking log ride.
I like the log ride.
The ride, yeah,
that was
that
my
was-
I
personal
got
favorite.
wet.
That was fun.
Yeah, twice. I liked it either way.
Alright, but the main attraction at Knott's Berry Farm, the, what was the section called again?
Oh,
The Wild
Ghost
Lake
Town.
West Park Ghost Town. I just wanted to play cards with the sheriff again.
Yeah.
But we
That was
never did.
really fun. I wanted to play poker because she proposed poker.
Yeah, I guess you have some experience through your brother with that, eh?
Yeah, a little bit.
That other sheriff and one of the girls, I forgot, wanted to get married, and you were telling the guy
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
to basically dip.
Because she wanted to have like
Hit and
10
run.
kids, and he
Yeah.
was like these actors at the amusement park, and he was like, oh, I don't know.
Because he liked her and he had invited her. No, there was actually like a duel for her hand to the hoedown at the end of the day. And so he won the duel and he was going to take her to the hoedown. And he was like, I'm really fond of this girl, but she wants to have 10 kids. So we're like, oh, don't worry, we got this. We'll negotiate for you.
We bumped it up to like 20 or something.
Yeah, I don't know what we said, but somehow we were like, oh yeah, 20 kids would be better, right?
Oh yeah, we used the negotiating tactics.
And then the deputy sheriff who we played the cards with came around and she was like, oh, hey guys, how's it going? And we were like, oh, we're just negotiating babies.
And then we went on that like adventure where you send letters around to people and stuff.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then we became
enjoyed
deputy
that.
sheriffs or whatever.
Yeah, that was Slight-Eyed Chewy.
We were
Not
deputized
racist in the slightest.
Oh yeah, Slight-Eyed Troy,
with his half
Cross-Eyed
Asian,
Stefan, and
half Asian eyes.
Pasty or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Played giant checkers. I like the giant checkers.
Oh, I remember that because I was bored while you guys were playing.
I felt bad that we didn't clean it up actually because we got distracted by one of the things. Yeah, Knott's Berry Farm was good. I really enjoyed that. What did we do? What did we do the next day? We went to San Francisco. We went to Sacramento.
No, no, Knott's Berry Farm was in L.A.
Oh, and then we went to Sacramento from there. Right. Yeah, and then the next day we went to San Francisco. Got to see the Golden Gate Bridge, which was pretty cool. It was really foggy. It was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It was also more like grassy and like spread out and less city-like than I thought it would be. We went to that really sweet arts place.
The Palace of Fine Arts. That was a nice find.
That was sweet. We just happened to go there.
Well, that was because we passed by it going to the Golden Gate Bridge.
And then we saw that guy playing like that steel drum or whatever in that dome. That was a surreal experience. That was my favorite experience of the whole trip, I think. Because it was just such fantastic acoustics and the artwork of that dome was amazing. And the music was so good. Oh, I loved it.
It was a good combination. Though I'm pretty sure that my my chicken waffles were the best part for me.
Yeah, I didn't experience the full chicken waffle. But I would say that that's my favorite part of the whole trip was the being in there. And we went to Lombard Street.
Oh yeah, curviest road in the world.
And then we also went to Coit Tower at night.
That was pretty cool too.
Yeah. Oh, I wish we had been able to go into it though, but it was closed by then.
I just like how the lights like made it look like it glowed.
San Francisco, yeah, solid.
Well, after we left San Fran, it was mostly just driving until we got to Portland, where we went to the Rose Garden.
What else? We did something else there too, didn't we?
Oh no! Yes, we went to that another hipster store yet again with the donut place. Yeah, that was so good. But I was so full.
We were all so full to eat anything
because that was after we had gone to the IHOPs.
We did go to that one small town somewhere. You remember that where it was like, and we were trying to find somewhere to eat, but everything was closed because it was a Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that wasn't even that small of a town. Like it was the size of my hometown.
Yeah, and then we went to Portland. We saw that. Oh, we should have walked by the water. That would have been cool. Went to Port Angeles and then we went home. Anything else?
Nah, that was a pretty good trip.
So yeah, what did we talk about today? We talked about California. Talked about dog names.
No, we talked about evolution.
Oh yeah, evolution. And what was your question, Troy?
18-hour bras.
Oh right.
What happens after
18-hour bras.
18
I'm
hours?
really excited for our listeners to email us in at offthechainpod@gmail.com. If any of our listeners want to ask us questions, we can also be emailed at the same email address. And our Facebook is also Off the Chain Pod, isn't it, Troy?
Come on, Troy, you're our media guy.
Let me hold on. It is just Off the Chain, I believe.
I'm gonna go like that page right now.
Oh my god, I can't believe we named it Off the Chain.
I'm pretty sure you have already.
Anyway, I guess that's it.
Oh no! Oh, we need a cool outro. Outro like a.
Oh no! I've got it.
Oh.
I know what we can say. We can say, and now we're off the chain.
No, podcast is done. See you guys next time.
I'm pushing and now we're off the chain. See you next time.